thing that everybody always talks about is mats. How do I get mats out? Why does my dog mat? And it's interesting because you have a very sophisticated mat detector, most likely, in your grooming kit, and that is this, your metal comb. This one's got fine and wide teeth, and it helps check your work. So quite often what people do is they brush their dog and they say, I'm brushing my dog. I don't know why my dog always has mats because I brush them every day. Well, what happens is this. Here's your brush, okay? You're brushing, but what it's doing is it's gliding over the top of the mats because the mats are closer to the skin. So you're brushing the outer layer and you're doing nothing about the inner layer, and it just continues to get worse. So yes, definitely brush your griff, but what you need to do is use your mat detector, your comb, and I like to do it first with the wide teeth and then later on with the finer teeth. And you just comb against the skin, and you'll see if there's no mats, the comb just goes right through. But if there is a mat, it will snag, and you know, oh, better fix that. And you can put your fingers too against the skin and sometimes feel these little mats. This happens most often with puppies or dogs with a lot of undercoat. Puppies especially, because they start out with that soft puppy coat, and as the harsher adult coat comes in, the puppy coat tends to snarl and collect debris. And if you don't get right down to the skin to remove that, it's going to definitely mat up. Also, a dirty coat mats a lot more than a clean coat. So every time you have your dog out in the field or out in the forest, out for a romp, when they come back, it's probably best to give them a little comb out to get those little burrs and hemlock needles and whatnot out of their coat. Okay? You can also use spray to help you with the mats, or Cowboy Magic. So I don't think I have my Cowboy Magic down here, but I do have this Artero spray. Mat X. It's not cheap. Dogs don't love the smell, so it's an aerosol, excuse me, and you just spray it wherever the mat happens to be. Work it in a little bit, and then brush and comb it out. And it's a big asset. So I went to a NAVDA natural ability test, and the specific venue that we were at was loaded with burrs. And so many dogs came out of that field with their eyes sealed shut, and the owners didn't even have a comb. They didn't have anything to demat them. So fortunately I had this spray, and it made the rounds so everybody could help get the debris out of their dog's coat. And it actually worked like a charm. But like I said, the dogs aren't fussy on the smell. Cowboy Magic is more of an oily texture to it, so a little bit goes a long way, and it's sort of my go-to. But when you're at somewhere like a field trial and not home or not in a grooming salon, I find that it can get a little bit messy, so I prefer to use the spray. There's also, I think it's a Crown Royal product. One sec, I'll grab it. And it's called Burrs Away. And you spray that on where the burrs and the muck are in the coat, and then comb it out. And I haven't used this as much, but it does work quite well, and that's also good to have if you're at a field trial or even out hiking in the bush to help get the mats out of your dog's coat.